An untitled poem written by Elmo, presented by Kaitlyn Ramsden and Madison Steinert. I'm obsessed with going somewhere, with the compliments piled high on my hair like flowers, and the clear bells of applause, and the pride buzzing in my veins like caffeine. I'm obsessed with the train ride, with the screech of automated doors and the colors of a smudged sunset, the mismatched shoes on the railway tracks. I'm obsessed, but no one cares. I'm obsessed and no one cares. Here are all the puzzle pieces, and here's the knife I've never cut anything with. I bought it because I thought I'd hurt somebody, but all it did was rust. My brain is stuffed with white lilies, and the caffeine went down the drain. This train goes nowhere. See, it's an unhealthy obsession, wanting to prove you're worth something to nothing. Nothing has nothing to say. You're never going to be satisfied. This train goes nowhere. To some, poetry is simply a choppy collection of sometimes rhyming words that are strung together by a quote-unquote artist who most likely doesn't have a job. To others, it's a breathtaking, life-changing compilation of raw human emotion. Poetry is in the eye of the beholder. No two people will interpret a poem in the same way, especially a poem like the one I've just read. This untitled poem struck a very deep, personal chord within me. I found everything about it beautiful, from the detailed figurative language to the deep symbolism and euphemisms. The author is a 16-year-old girl, much like myself, who has a passion for writing. I can feel every emotion that she felt as she wrote it, which is my favorite thing about poetry. I too at one point in my life felt like the author did. I felt lonely and trapped and hopeless. I felt the pressure to prove myself to everyone around me, and when I didn't succeed, I felt like a failure. I feel like this poem conveys that same exact feeling. The feeling of trying desperately to win approval, but not succeeding. The feeling of wanting to run away and be free, but being stuck in one place, unable to escape. The feeling of being completely and utterly alone. The feeling of not being heard or understood. But reading this poem, I felt better. I realized that I'm not alone. There is another 16-year-old girl somewhere out there in this great big world who's just like me and feels the same way that I do. Knowing this makes me feel somewhat better. I'm smarter now, and I can clearly see that all hope isn't lost. And all it took for me to learn this was a simple, untitled poem written by a girl named Elmo.